This is the fourth installment of Jumpstart Your Success, a video series designed to share research-based strategies to boost your success in college. I hope you've been getting some great ideas for the upcoming semester and that you're enjoying sharing your perspective over on Flipgrid. My name is Liz Norrell and I teach mostly political science courses at Chattanooga State Community College. I'm passionate about great teaching and about great learning. I designed this video series to help you and me get excited for the upcoming semester. Today's video is all about note-taking, why taking notes matters, what strategies exist, and what the research tells us. Especially in a world where you're taking online or virtual classes, understanding how to take good, useful notes that boost your learning is a struggle for many of us. We're going to try to figure that out today. But first things first, why do we take notes? Psychologists like to talk about two concepts around note-taking: orienting tasks and encoding tasks. The orienting function of note-taking basically just means this: taking notes helps you pay attention to what you're learning. You probably know that paying attention is really important. If you want to learn something. Good note-taking practices encourage you to pay attention to what you're learning. They orient you to the subject. The encoding function of note-taking has to do with how you can actually learn from the process of taking notes. When you encode information, you don't just take it in, you also process it. This means you're going a step further and starting to organize the information in your mind, hopefully in your notes. We'll talk about how to level up your note-taking to do just that in a minute. But first we have to talk about one of the biggest myths out there, the idea that you can multitask effectively. This is not true. I know. We all think that we're special and different, and what's true for everyone else isn't true for us. And you are special, you are different, but not on this. In an online or virtual classroom, you're going to be especially tempted to drift over to social media or text your friend or otherwise give in to distractions. We all do. But when you do, know there's a cost. So there are a few strategies I want to talk about, and the first is called sketchnotes. The idea here is that you add some visual elements to your notes. Research indicates that this can boost your learning in important ways. If you're prone to doodling already, think about how to create doodles related to the course content. Let me show you a few examples right quick. As you look at these, notice that you don't have to be a brilliant artist to make this work for you. There are lots of ways to create more visually interesting notes, and this strategy might just help you pay more attention and create more lasting learning. Another strategy you might know about is the mind map or the concept map. This is where you create nodes of knowledge and connect them to related concept. Take a moment and think about how you might be able to use this strategy. Here's another one, Cornell Notes. The basics for Cornell Notes are that you divide your paper into a series of 3 areas. And you primarily take notes during class in the biggest section, on the top right labeled Notes About Key Points. After class, you come back to review those notes, maybe use some spacing here, pull out the key points and write a summary. These activities later on help you process the information from class, which leads to deeper learning. Here's a big no though, don't just transcribe a class. Doing so works against your interests because it doesn't require you to think at all. And the thinking is what matters, how you understand, organize, and make sense of what you're learning. This is why sometimes you hear people tell you not to take notes on a computer. But it turns out if you're typing your notes, you can be just as effective if you're thinking about what you're typing. And you'll know that you're thinking about the material if it's impossible to do anything else simultaneously. Remember what I said about multitasking. Okay, it's your turn. What will you do to level up your note-taking this semester? record a short video of no more than 2 minutes and share on flipgrid.com/jumpstartfall20, all one word. See what others are sharing and let us know what you're going to do. We're going to round out this first week tomorrow by talking about how to connect with your professors. They are, after all, just people. See you then.